Hey everyone, now then, today on classic solos of the 70s and how to play them, we're having a look at the main solo to Hot Legs by Billy Peek and of course Rod Stewart. Now I've already done a tutorial for the opening solo to this one a couple of months ago, and I'll drop a link to it down below in the description box if you'd like to learn that one as well. But this particular tutorial will be for the very cool and bluesy mid-song solo. Lots and lots of classic blues double stop work going on in this one. It is great fun to play and not overly difficult, I have to say. Just jumping keys from one double stop position to another for pretty much the whole solo. However, it's got a heck of a slick groove to it, and it's arguably Peek's most well-known and recognizable guitar solo. So with that said, let's close in here a little bit on the fretboard and learn how to play this one, shall we? Good then, the main solo to Hot Legs by Billy Peek and Rod Stewart. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial, and we are soloing over basically a 12-bar blues progression in C. Going to G, back to C, back to G, whoops, up to D, and then back to C. So that's what we're soloing over, just using a lot of double stops, following along with each key change, changing positions, and when he's in C, he's soloing in the same box. When it moves to G, he moves into that box, right? So I'm going to run through the solo and then we'll dig into how to play it. So that's the solo. So it starts with that melody line, right? That runs throughout the song. 7/9 of the G, 8/10 of the B. And you're going to give that 10 of the B a bend and grab the 10 of the high E with your pinky. Right back to another bend of the 10 of the B. And you're going to repeat that twice. And give those bends some nice vibrato. The ones that you're sitting on for any length of time. And then we're into the first lick of the solo proper. So we're in this 8th fret position of the C major. Double stop on the 8th fret of the B and the E. Gonna hit that 3 times. Off to 10. Now we're on the G and the B string. 10 off to 8. And then grabbing the 10 of the D string. When you go to the 8, little tiny downwards tug. Just a little tiny downwards tug. You're going to repeat that twice. The second time when you go to the 8, you're going to hang on it just a hair longer. You see that? Just a hair longer, you're going to hang on that note. Now we're going to move into G. So we're going to repeat that 3 times, grabbing the double stop on the 3rd fret of the B and E. And then you're going to grab the double stop on the 5 of the G and the B, give it a little half step bend, and choke it off when you get it up there. Very staccato. So you're going to do that 3 times. And you're finally going to go back down to the double stop on the 3, double stop on the 5, off to 3 of the G and the B, and finish on the 5th fret of the D. Kind of like that. Good. Let's take it from the top. Now we're back to C again. We're going to hit that double stop on the 8 of the B and the E. And then you're going to grab the double stop on the 10 of the G and the B and give it a full step bend, both notes together. You know, yeah, that's a full step bend. And you're going to let it sit there for a couple of measures, and then you're going to release it back to the natural note double stops on the 10, and then go off to 8 twice. And the second time you go to the 8, you're going to hit it twice. Quick grab of the 10 of the D, slide out of it because we're heading back to G again. And then into this. So we're going to grab the double stop again on the 3rd fret of the B and the E. And then you're going to very quickly grab the 5th fret of the G string, give it a full step bend with loads of vibrato, just wild vibrato. And while, excuse me, while you have that bent a full step, you're going to pick it 3 times while giving it loads of vibrato. Now, the video, the video for this one has Billy Peak walking down a road or train tracks or some such thing, with his flying V. And when he does that, he's grabbing his whammy bar and making it look like he's doing a whammy, doing it with whammy bar. I don't think he is. I think he's just giving it a real good shake. I think in the video he's just doing it for effect. Kind of like that. And the third one, you're kind of slowly releasing it. And then a little back and forth on the 3 to 5. And finish on the 5 of the D. Kind of like that, right? Now we're up here, now we're in D. So we're going to repeat that twice, double stop on the 10, double hit, double stop 12 to 10 of the G and the B, and grabbing the 12 of the D, and you're going to repeat that twice. Back to C, into that. Double stop on the 8 twice. I'm going to grab the 10 of the G string, give it a bend, hit the double stop again. And then some single notes here. 10 off to 8, up to 10 of the D. And now you're going to go back to the 8 of the G. Into that. So you're going to grab that 10 of the G string, give it a full step bend, and kind of double time the picking as you're releasing the bend. You're actually really not releasing it until the end, so you're kind of double picking the full step bend. And then near the end, you're gonna, I don't know how many times you're gonna pick that, but as you're getting near the end of that the little progression there, you're gonna start releasing it. Kind of like that, and then off to 8. You can even do the double stops, 10 off to 8. Kind of like that. I don't think he is. I think he's hitting single notes. Yeah, I think it's single notes, 10 off to 8, after releasing that bend. And then we're into back to G, and we're moving into the 12th fret position, which is more like an A minor position, but this is the relative minor of G major. So, so we're going to finish the solo here. And that's the first lick of the outro of the solo. So we're grabbing a double stop on the 14 of the G and the B, double bend, releasing it off to 12. And then you're going to do a little hammer on from 12 to 14 of the D, back to the double stop on the 12 of the G and the B. And then just back and forth. Back to the double stop, back to the 14. And then you're going to hit that double stop twice, and then 14 off to 12 of the D. Back to the 14 double stops. So this time you're going to give it a double bend again, and then you're going to release it back to the natural position of the double stop, and then off to 12. And then you're going to grab the 14 of the G, give it a full step bend, and then grab the 15 of the B with your pinky. And then release the bend off to 12. Kind of like that. And then finish with a 14-12. And to finish the solo, we're going to do the exact same thing we started the solo, this 12th fret position with. Double bend, 14. And then finish on the 14 of the D and slide out of it. Into that, and then we're into the third or fourth verse or whatever it is. I love that. So simple, you know, but so effective. Just double stops again, right? D, open G, onto the 5th fret, double stop. Love that. And so let's run through the whole solo at a fairly relaxed pace, and then we'll be done. There you have it, my friends. That is how you play the main solo to Hot Legs by Rod Stewart with Billy Peek on guitar. Certainly hope you found that helpful. Were you looking to learn this classic solo of the 70s? If you did find it helpful, please hit that like button. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that, as that would be awfully kind as well. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you, and we will see you next time. Cheers.